My name is Jacob. I am 29 years old. 3 years ago I began my dream of sailing around the world. This voyage started in California, then onward to Hawaii, then the Marshall Islands. My best friends sailed with me along the way. Now it is time to sail on to Anuta, the easternmost island of the Solomon Islands, one of the most remote places in the world and roughly half a square mile in size. My friend Zach has joined me for this leg. The early part of this passage went like most. Beautiful, peaceful sailing. Left Madro yesterday morning. Now we're probably 180 miles south. Gonna be sailing just west of Kiribati on our way to Anuta. And got pretty light seas, maybe one to 2 meters. Nice wind, like 10 to 12 knots. Definitely just enjoying these first 2 days out here. Alright, day 3, just hanging out at the bow. Day 4, we've got Zach baking cookies.
Made it through the 3-day stretch of nausea, and now it's cookie time.
Just cruising, loving it, having fun. Day 5, we are about 45 miles from the equator. I had an epic night sail. It was beautiful, stars, flat water, light winds. It's just like a lake sailing. Been able to focus less on the intensity of the experience and more on just like the joy of it. Just loving it. After 5 days at sea, the transformation began to occur. And you just find yourself melting into the sea. Just your complete existence just dissolving. Everything disappearing. No relation to home anymore. Hardly can comprehend even like the past days, what it took for you to get here, and just like mindless melting. As I gaze towards the horizon, I melt into the sea, the expanse of it. This is the emptiness. The emptiness that exists below everything. The emptiness that everything exists upon. I am feeling this emptiness, the raw existence. A realization that this sea is all that is real underneath the superficial that our lives consist of. I sit at the edge of my subconscious, the sea of my inner existence, reduced to emptiness. Is this my lesson? Is this why I've been driven to the sea? Alright, this is how living in luxury we are. We have a refrigerator, Capri Suns, cold Capri Suns, like hundreds of miles from land. We have cold Capri Sun. Kimchi, Zach's made, tortillas, got here? Milk. Milk. We've got milk. It's huge. Awesome. Sun blazing. It's 11 o'clock in the morning. Day 8. Everything's going well. Getting plenty of sleep, eating good food. Zach baked some pretty bomb cheddar jalapeno bread. Just scooting along. Lots of rainbows. Lots of stars. Beautiful sunsets. Standard issue. Equator crossing, I guess. Alright, Genesis Earthling out. Alright, day 11. We finally got our first fish.
Mahalo keakua. Mahi mahi.
Dragging this lure behind us for about 8 days now. Wind, fish, rainbow, awesome sunrise. All after torture of no wind, bobbing around, roasting in the heat. You just never know. Spacewalk, South Pacific. All right. The sea is representing all that there is that lies beneath the surface. There is no skin, no superficial layer. Out here there is nothing except for the sea. Nothing is real except for that which exists below the surface. It is that, the only, which is us. The sun is setting. This is the most beautiful place I've seen in my life. What is it about the beauty out here that gives me this heavy heart? A timelessness ringing of my impermanence? A realization of the magnitude of my eternal nature? The contrast of this temporary beauty sitting atop the timeless sea? Confronting my impermanence. Realizing my eternal nature. Tomorrow we will be in Anuta. 13 days and almost 1,500 miles. So we arrived in Anuta only a few hours ago. Quite a trip. As we rounded the point, we saw 4 canoes in the water welcoming us. I was struck so hard by the sight, felt so heavily inside me an indescribable emotion, I almost fainted. Arriving in Anuta was unlike any other landfall I've had. While sailing a passage, one experiences a somewhat separate reality. It is difficult to relate to land life while on a passage, and it is difficult to relate to passage life while on land. The passage is the dream state. Land is the wakeful state. I did not wake up when I arrived in Anuta. Anuta exists in the dream state. I was on land, but still dreaming.